we've been told what is the right profession to pursue. Doctors and engineers are great, painters are not. A pilot is brilliant, a struggling filmmaker, never. Has this seeped so deep into our psyche that it is one of the most important things when it comes to deciding whom we marry? Hi, this is Rajat Kapoor and I welcome you to Lounge, where tonight we're discussing the importance of your partner's job. Let's welcome our first guest, Debjani.
My name's Debjani Roy. I do sales and marketing for a company that distributes luxury fragrances and cosmetics. And I was married before to somebody who didn't give his career much importance and wasn't very motivated. And that made me realize how important it is for a relationship if your partner has a good, successful career. It doesn't have to be what is considered like a doctor or an engineer necessarily, but whatever it is he does, he should be successful at it.
Hello, Debjani.
Hello.
Welcome to Lounge.
Thank you.
Now, how important is your partner's job for you?
If you'd asked me this a few years ago, I would have said not so important. But having been through like a rough experience, I'm beginning to understand that it's actually quite important that they're successful in what they do.
Tell me a little more about the change. What were you like a few years ago? What were you like then?
I was like, it's not so important. People need to grow. They need to experience what they're doing. It doesn't matter. As long as the person was more important to me than what they're doing. And I wasn't able to actually put it together. And then I realized, because I was married and my husband at that time was not doing anything with his life. And that was mixed in with his self-esteem, and it affected our relationship a lot because his ego was down and I was I was more successful than he was. And that just really ruined our relationship a lot because we were not on an equal level. Because it's, when someone wants to go out and do things, the money gets involved, and when you introduce your husband to somebody, what are you doing? These things are really important, which I didn't realize then.
Okay. But you were working.
I was working.
So there was somebody working, there was some money.
But it's just, for a man, it's important to have a job, which I didn't realize then. Because I think that they get their manhood or their self-esteem from... Yeah, I think so.
From a job?
Yeah, from a job.
Oh, I thought they get it from a woman.
That they're the breadwinners, that they're the earners. So, yeah, I think so.
See, this kind of pressure women never face. They can happily be doing nothing and okay with it. And,
I don't know. Well, then you have to take care of the house. I don't think that's doing nothing.
I'm sure the man could take care of... If the struggling actor gets no work and he takes care of the house, will you be okay with that?
You can try it out and see.
Okay.
I just feel like a man who is struggling at whatever the profession is, whether it's an actor or a constructor or whatever, he's not happy with himself. I think the problem
they start looking at themselves as failures.
Exactly. And they're not able to give the relationship 100% then, because they're too preoccupied with being struggling.
I believe 2/3 of women in the world marry for financial stability. And that's a shockingly huge number.
Yeah.
2/3. 66% of women marry for financial stability.
It's expected.
Really?
It's what I would have thought.
I would have thought they would marry for love. 66% and maybe 33% for...
When you see how many marriages are being arranged, and what is the first criteria that people are looking for?
They're being arranged in India.
In India, and I think abroad also. I think the datelines and all, they're arranging it themselves. So you go online and you look for people, and so what do you look for?
You don't
One of the first things is, what do you do?
What do you do and how much money you make?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Well, you can marry for love and live on nothing. I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, we spoke to psychologist Sonia Mehta about whether the dynamics of choosing a partner have changed, and this is what she told us.
I think it's probably always been important what one does ultimately in modern society does to a large extent define who you are. So what your partner by extension does is also a critical aspect of defining who that person is, what their role is, what position they occupy. So I think it always has been and will probably always continue to be an important factor in choosing a life partner.
Women give a lot of emphasis to stability.
I think men do as well.
Not in their partners. They don't force the partner to find that stability.
No, but they would like that stability at home.
But, I'm saying when you look for a wife, she doesn't have to be qualified in a way,
It's the way they've been brought up. Okay. They're not taught to give women that kind of respect or that kind of thing. So I think that they don't look for that in a woman.
What about intellectual compatibility?
Oh, that's very, very important.
Yeah?
Yeah.